everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With that, we're off to Pittsburgh for the home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Murray now on 1st down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
It's our time.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And the Seahawks
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down,
now a play fake here on first down. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And that'll set him back 5.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
53 to mother double.
On the 9-yard pickup.
Come on, come on.
It's 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Murray. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
I saw Brandon Marshall play in college at Nevada. What impressed me about his game was not just his ability to evade blocks, but his ability to also take them on, shed them, and get to ball carriers. Has a lot of toughness about him in his game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Ready?
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A second down run with Lewis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Nice play, baby.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as they bring this one out to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Go.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Hunt. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 19 carries, 114 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
From the 16, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, Murray. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 27, Murray. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And the Seahawks.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Taken down at the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Check 53, Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
Offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They run the counter. Thompson And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Now, meanwhile, here's his 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing is Allen on 3rd to Thompson on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just about on his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 41. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing now is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is Hunt. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray looking left side and completing it to Thomas. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's it, baby. We go work.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Allen off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now Lewis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Murray going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Allen's throw is complete, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And how about this? It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Now Austin. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
51 the mark, boy, 51.
A final shot before half for Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Lewis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. Powerful running.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And the 12 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On play action, Allen. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Here we go.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
On first down, Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Murray rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run again with Hunt. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Dion Lewis. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, forcing incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
The Seahawks take over 1st
Come on
and
now,
10
let's go.
at their own 22-yard line.
Dion Lewis getting set to go again here with his guys on offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go, baby.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
To throw is Murray. Got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
That's on Eric Flowers, 1st-round pick back in 2015. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Second and 5.
Let's go.
At the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
On second down now, it's Lewis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down.
Murray now on first down. That's complete left side to Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the gun on third down, Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Now Lewis here on first down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second down, it's Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run again with Hunt. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Seahawks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The tackle by Morgan
53 to Mike. 53
It's a
to
gain
Mike.
of 2 yards. And it's
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw, it's Allen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. To Thompson on the draw. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out to the right here to Shepard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Sterling Shepard.
53, check 53. Watch his left, watch his left.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Allen going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however.
Defense.
Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken it really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Ready? Hey, hold on. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Tackles.
They'll run on first down. Lewis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Johnson on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Cut up.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.